So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Let's talk about this job interview question, starting with how to answer it. If you're in a job interview and somebody asks you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? The best answer to this question is to say, I see myself advancing based on my job performance and likely taking on new responsibilities. Do you mind me asking, where do you see this company going in the future? What are the long-term plans for this department? That's the best answer to this question. Now, let's talk about why that's the best answer. Okay, let's start with why they ask this question in the first place, okay? This is a standard job interview question. You're practically guaranteed to be asked this. Why is that? What's the whole point? Well, here's what they're wanting to do. They're wanting to probe to see if you're the type of candidate that's going to be sticking around long term, okay? If you are a hiring manager and you are hiring somebody to assist you with a project, you know what I'm talking about here, right? You don't want someone that's going to reveal to you that what they really want to do is something else, right? Okay? If you were the candidate in the job interview and you were to reveal that you really want to work in some other job or in some other industry doing a different thing, and that's really what you want to do, well, that's going to be interpreted as a red flag. Okay, they're going to probably eliminate you based on that answer, and you won't get the job. What they want is they want someone who's going to be at this organization long term. And a lot of times they want someone who is going to be in this job long term. Okay, that's what they're looking for. Now, a couple of points here. This is actually a trick question. Okay, they're trying to get you to eliminate yourself by saying the wrong thing. When you think about it, it's kind of a stupid question because they haven't yet revealed to you the details that they know about this job, but yet they're asking you for a blind prediction about your future. Now, as we all know, our plans for the future usually are based off, at least in part, what opportunities come our way and how it feels and how things go, right? So if they're not even willing to share with you all the details of this job, how are you supposed to make an accurate prediction? Well, the answer is you can't. This question is not about getting an accurate prediction. This question is about not saying the wrong thing, okay? And the wrong thing is revealing that you want to do something else. Now, it needs to be said, okay, there are some organizations out there and there's some hiring managers out there who are looking for candidates that want to stay in this job for the rest of their lives. Okay, they would be happy doing this job for the rest of their lives. That's what they're looking for, okay? Some people and some organizations are like that. That's what they're looking for. Other people and other organizations are looking for candidates that have a bit more ambition, want to show more leadership skills, maybe climb the ladder and start a career path starting from this job, okay? But the problem is when they haven't revealed much about this position and their organization and what they're looking for, the longer you talk, the more information you give them about your expectations and your goals and your plans, the more chance you have of saying something, of revealing an expectation that they can't satisfy. Okay, so that's why we keep our answer to this question short. The more you talk, the more likely you are to eliminate yourself by saying the wrong thing. You have no way of knowing what they're looking for exactly. Okay, so that's why we keep our answer short here. Now, a couple of things. In a job interview, having a two-way free-flowing conversation with the interviewer is always far more preferable than having it just be an interrogation, right? Where you sit back and they fire questions at you and you just answer them, right? That's not great. What's much better for you is to have a free-flowing two-way conversation, right? Where they reveal information to you and you answer questions for them, right? And it kind of has some flow. And they give you a bit of information to go on, and that allows you to give better answers, okay? Now, the best way of doing this is after you answer a question, you immediately ask them a relevant question about what you just said. And a great example is after you answer their question is you say, does that fit in with what you're looking for? Okay, so whenever they ask you a question, or at least once during the interview, preferably during this question, you give an answer and then you say, does that fit in with what you're looking for? That's a great way of doing this. Okay, another point I want to make is that this question comes in many forms. Okay, so they may not literally ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? They may ask you this question in a different form. They could ask you, what are your long-term career plans? Or what are your ambitions? Or what are your hopes and dreams or hobbies or that kind of thing, okay? Any question about the future, it's this question, you give this answer, okay? It's as simple as that. Just remember that. Now, if you want to go way deeper into this, I have a course. It's my Get Hired course. It explains how to ace a job interview and also how to get a job in the hidden job market, how to discover those jobs, how to apply for them, how to get them. Okay, so if that's what you're into, check out my course. I'll put a link in the description. And I just want to say you're awesome. And don't forget to subscribe. Take care.